First off, we will, and it is called He Shall Reign. The Lord reigns. He is robed in majesty. The Lord is robed, enveloped in strength. The word is firmly established. It cannot be shaken. Your throne has been established from the beginning. You are from eternity. That's Psalm 93, 1 through 2. I will never forget the morning I ran in a panic out the door with my injured daughter. I strapped my baby girl into her car seat and rushed to the hospital. I sped down the road, whipped into a parking spot, and ran through the door with tears pouring down my face. I was barely able to speak. As I reached the desk, the woman calmly asked for my information. She reassured me that my daughter would be okay. The what if question and fear of the worst case scenario were at an all time high. I found a chair tucked back in the vending machines by the vending machines where I sat fumbling with my thoughts and emotions. The woman heard my cries, and each time she would come find me. Her kindness and care for us gave me peace that only comes from the presence of the Lord. This was one of those stories when fear clouded much of my ability to see the Lord working in the moment. In hindsight, I can see God was working. His plans were not moved. He was on the throne, and he surrounded me with his strength. He protected my daughter, covered us with great care, and praise God, she was fine. God's plan will not be shaken or thwarted. He is not surprised when we face difficulties. He will always reign over this earth and into eternity. We have a hope that is secure and unshakable because of Jesus. Where have you seen the Lord in the midst of difficulties? Our prayer is, Jesus, thank you for making yourself evident to me. And for a deeper walk, read Psalm 93, verses 1 through 5. Hi, y'all. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Tank. How are you? If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I see a little bit of the chat on my phone. I've got Miss Kitty has put the URL up. But first, let me get the 365 day square done. This is day 5, and it was my turn to pick the colors. So this is day 5, and that looks a lot darker than what it really is. Hi, little man. Little man wanted to say hi. and there's that one. And then the Granny Square for the Granny Square source book was called the 80 Stitch Classic Square. And I didn't follow the colors that was in here. Hi, Angela. Welcome in. I didn't have a lot of pastel colors in my variety of colors that my husband got me for Christmas. It was like 66 balls of yarn, and they were vacuum sealed. But anyway, because I didn't have a lot of pastel colors, I just took and reached my hand down in the bag and pulled out 4 colors without looking. And I think it turned out pretty good. They're a lot darker than some of the others, but that I have done. But this is the square. And this one says it was from Australia. See her pastel colors, and mine was a lot darker than what they had. But that says the pattern was from Australia. And I've done granny squares, but this one was a little different. Instead of just all double crochet, it changed. You had your treble crochet, and then you had double, and it alternated. So the first round in the middle there is treble, and then you get double, and you go back to treble, and then double, and then you put a round of just singles around it. And some of these I was running into the issue. I followed the pattern to the T, and it's supposed to be 80 stitches all the way around, counting all the stitches around each corner edge. Like the Lazy Daisy square from day 4, that one came out a lot smaller than this one did. So I've added an extra round around it to make it big enough. But I have started sewing them together, and I'm going to do 5 together, and then I'm going to sew the 5 stitches or the squares together. But this is the first 4. See, this one wasn't as big, so I added this white to make it bigger to fit. And it's still 80 stitches around, but it wasn't as big as this one, so I added that. And then this one was smaller too, so I added another round of white. And then next I will add day 5 on there. Then the next ones, 6 through 10, I'll do this and then sew it on. And Miss Kitty helped me pick out the gray as a neutral color to go on there. Hi, Maritza. Welcome in. So there's that one. And of course, y'all know that yesterday was my birthday. I had an absolute wonderful day. It all started out that after we got little man on the bus, me and Miss Kitty got around here and we went to town and we met up with Miss Setta. That was our trip that I had planned for my birthday, is that we went and met up with Miss Setta, and I spent the morning with her. Well, thank you, Michelle. She didn't get to stay the whole time. She had to take a little trip, so she got to stay part of the day with us. We got to go shopping at Michael's. I had a gift card for Michael's, and I bought some stuff. I'm making one of Bod's, I don't remember what she calls it, but it's kind of like a blanket thing, but it's got a split, and you can just wear it like a snuggie without the sleeves. And my husband had asked me, he's like, what do you want for your birthday? And so I was like, well, I've started this project, and it takes 7 of these things of yarn to do the project, and it's the exact same yarn that she was using, which is the Premier Puzzle. I'm not using the exact same color because I can't find that color. The one that she used was a tan or browns and with some blue in it. And I can find like a blue, like a teal blue with like gray and white. And then there was like blue with reds. Anyway, so I just went with a neutral color, and my daughter, Miss Giddy, she's like, oh, what? You didn't use blue? Nope, I did not use blue. Yes, blue is my favorite color, but I am using the colorway crossword. But this is what he got me. I had 3 of them already, and it takes 7 of these to make the project, and I told him I needed at least 4 more. So he got me 4 more of these for my birthday, and this is one of the 4. And then when I was at Michael's, I also had gotten a $25 gift card for Christmas, and that's why I wanted to meet up at Michael's. And I also had some cash that was given to me for my birthday. So I told Miss Setta I'd like to meet up over at Michael's. So we did, and I got myself some of this. I got 2 of these. I don't know what I'm going to make with it yet. But this is the cotton cakes, and it is the beach glass. I love the teal colors. As soon as I seen it, I told Miss Kitty, I was like, oh, I gotta have that. That is beautiful. And so I got 2 of those, and I also got some yarn that's similar to the puzzle yarn to make Miss Kitty one of those as well. And I also got this to go with the granny squares that we've been doing each day, the 365, to give me another color to choose from. But it's loops and threads. And it's the Impeccable. I got the colorway. Let's see. Article, I guess, is what its colorway is. Article. But it's a kind of a teal color. So you'll be seeing that in the 365 days of granny squares. And now little stinker, Miss Setta, while we were in line getting ready to check out, I was going through, we were looking at different things. I almost got me a diamond painting, but I decided to go with an Afghan pattern book that I saw over there. There was some really pretty Afghans in there, which I might use that yarn to do. And I loved this one, but it was an Ann's. I had that in my cart, and I had a 40% off one item, regular priced item. Well, I couldn't use it on my yarn because all the yarn was buy one, get one half off. So I was trying to find something to use my 40% off coupon on. So I grabbed this. While we were in line checking out, she got ahead of me. She was checking out. She turns around and it just like grabs this out of my cart, and she says, "Happy birthday to you. I'm buying this for your birthday." I was like, okay. So she bought me this. Thank you very much, Miss Setta. And it's got blankets in here that I want to try. There's a lot of them. So she gave me that. So I thank Miss Setta for my book. Little stinker. We had a great time. We went and met up for lunch and had lunch together, me and Miss Kitty. And anyway, I had gotten some squares, and I had told her about the one that I'm doing, the Granny Square source book, the blanket. I'm doing that when it's finished or big enough. I'm going to be donating it to a mission project that's around close, local, that is called Campers Care. And what they do is they go to different places in the United States that has had a natural disaster, like a flooding, a tornado, or whatever, where these people have lost their homes. And what they do is they have people that donate campers, RV campers to them. If it needs to be restored and or needs work done to it, they will use money that gets donated to them and they will fix these campers up. But they also, when they get it fixed up, they will take these campers to these towns and provide a home for these people until they can get back on their feet, either whether they need to rebuild their house or whether they're going to just stick a single wide or double wide trailer in there. But anyway, for them to have shelter instead of staying in a hotel, they provide these people with campers to live in. And all of the campers are donated. And sometimes, if they need to, the money that's donated to them, they'll buy campers used. But anyway, and they furnish some of these. That they put blankets and stuff like that. They put food in these campers for these people to have. And so I thought it would be nice to donate that blanket when I get done with it to them. And I had gotten sometime last year some scrap yarns, and it had some granny squares already started in the project or in the one of those bags. There was 3, and there was 2 that was the same size, and then there was one that was bigger. And I asked Seta if she would be interested in doing a collab with me on it. And what I asked was that the smaller 2 of the squares is that me and her each week, or she could choose to do each month, whatever one she wants to do. I'm going to try to do each week is add a new color or a new stitch. I mean, it'll probably be different colors to it, but I like a variety, so I'll probably add different stitches to it. But we will add to these squares. But these were already made. And so me and her will be, she's got one just like it. It's identical. And the bigger one, I asked her if she wanted to, if people are willing to help out with it when she travels and go see other people. And a lot of times it's other YouTubers that she goes and sees, and some of them are her subscribers that she'll go and visit. And I asked if she would take that bigger one with her and ask if they would be willing to add to it to make it bigger. And we are going to donate these to Campers Care when we're done. So when this gets big enough and hers gets big enough, we will be donating those blankets to Campers Care when they're finished. So that's another future project. So you'll be seeing that one showing up here in videos as well, with new colors and new stitches to it. So I know y'all been here waiting for me to draw the winner, and Miss Kitty has went with her dad down the road, but I am going to, she had pulled it up for me. She's got it ready. She pulled up the URL for me and everything. So, let me see if I can do this backwards. Get this. All right. All right, there's that. She's got everything ready for me, set up. She's got all the comments and everything. So all I got to do is hit the start. Let me get that little mouse thing down here back on the start. I will try to hold this so y'all can see it. And there we go. All right, let's see who our winner is. I can't read backwards, y'all. Oh, Miss Jen Reeves. She is our winner of the giveaway. Says 2 years. Wow, time does fly. Happy Potterversary and happy birthday. I hope you enjoy your trip. Thanks for sharing with us. Good luck to everyone. So, Jen Reeves, if you will email me. I believe it's on my About page. I will try to put it in the description box after this is over as well, so you can email me and I can get you the package. And I know you like blue, so me and Miss Kitty will sit at the giveaway. What you won is, I'm not going to show because I like to do surprise packages, but I do have 6 skeins of yarn for you. And me and Miss Kitty will put together some stitch markers for you. And that was what we were doing for the giveaway. And if there's any other color that you like besides blue, let me know and I will put that in there. Or is it, I think your favorite color was blue, Jen. Anyway, just let me know in your email what your favorite colors are, and we try to customize the stitch markers to the colors that you like. So, anyway, and like I said, Miss Kitty is not here right now. She's with her dad. So, anyway, but um, oh, I gotta tell you, one of the stitch markers. I will tell you this. I was born and raised in Missouri, so one of the stitch markers, because I bought a few from Amazon, is the state that I was born in and raised in, um, which is Missouri. And I had ordered some, and little man, you guys will love this. I got tickled with him. He was so funny. As soon as he seen it, he's like, "Oh, I know what state that is." I said, "Okay, what state is it?" "It's Texas." And I said, "No, it's not Texas." "Yes, it is. It's Texas." I said, "No, it's not." Of course, he didn't look at it either. He just was looking at it through the little package. And we was like, me and my daughter just kind of looked at each other. She knew what state. And I said, "What state was mommy born in?" "I don't know." "Well, what state does Granny and Papa live in?" "I don't know." "North Carolina." I said, "No." I said, "No." I said, "That's your dad. And Grandma and Granddad were in North Carolina. Your Papa and Granny, my parents, where do they live?" And he's like, "I don't know." So he at this time he had the little package and he was looking at them and he's like, "Oh, I know what it is." And he's seen, because it actually has it written on there on the stitch marker what state. He's tried to read it and he left the I off of it and he come up with, "It's called Miss Sour." He and my daughter said, "What?" I have never heard Missouri ever called this before, but he called it Miss Sour. So we pick on him now, and we call Missouri Miss Sour now. I know my husband picks on me a lot because a lot of people are known for saying Missouri instead of Missouri. He likes to call it misery. Um, but anyway, um, but he keeps telling me, "You're not a true Missourian if you don't call it Missouri." I said, "No, no, no. I say Missouri because I had a teacher that if you did not say it right, her punishment for not saying it properly was you had to sit in timeout at recess time for so long if you didn't pronounce it right. And if you continued to say Missouri over and over each time, your timeout got longer." So I didn't want to miss out on recess. So I made sure that I pronounced it as Missouri. So that's why I say Missouri instead of Missouri. Now, some of my family members do call it Missouri, but anyway, and it does bother me too whenever some people do say Missouri instead of Missouri. But I believe my husband will still continue to call it misery. But we call it Miss Sour in our house now because, especially me and Miss Kitty, messing a little bit with him. But I think after a while, he's like, wait a minute, it finally clicked in his head, and I don't know if he's seen the I on there or it kind of clicked with the way he pronounced it, and he goes, "Oh, it's Missouri, not Miss Sour." But anyway, so we call it Miss Sour here because he called it that. So anyway, we just thought it was funny, and I thought y'all might get a kick out of that. So, but I will let y'all go. I believe somebody else is on live right now. And I know there's a lot of people on Fridays, but I just figured I'd get on here and let y'all know who won. So anyway, Jen, if you would contact me with your address so I can get your package sent out, and we will get it out as soon as we can. Alrighty. I hope y'all have a wonderful and blessed evening and blessed weekend. Y'all have a good day. Bye. Thank you, Angela. You have a good night.